For today's video, I am going to be talking to you all about the Neakasa M1 open top self-cleaning litter box. If you have never tried an automatic litter box before, then hopefully this video is going to help you out in deciding if maybe an automatic litter box is right for you and your cat or your cats. But for me, automatic litter boxes have been game changer. For me and my husband, we actually have used the Litter Robot 4 for I think it's been like 2 years now. So we are familiar with automatic litter boxes. So I am gonna actually kind of compare a little bit with the Neakasa to the Litter Robot 4 in this video. If you guys are interested, I can do a full-on comparison video in the future if you like. This video is going to be mainly just focused on the Neakasa M1, talking about price point, all the features of it, what we like about it, and if there is anything that we don't like about it, I will let you know. We have been testing this out for a little bit over a month now, so I figured this is a good time to let you guys know our overall thoughts. Now this video is not sponsored, meaning we are not being paid to make this video, but Neakasa was super kind to send this litter box our way for us to test out and to give you guys our honest review, but we're not being paid. And if there is anything that we don't like about it, I'm gonna mention it in this video. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right into it. So let's start off with the price point. So as you may know, really any automatic litter box is an investment. They're pretty pricey. This one specifically retails for $499.99, so basically $500. I do have a discount code where you can get $30 off. If you're interested, it's either on their website or on Amazon. You can get $30 off with one of my links and codes. I will put them in the description box below if you are interested, but that's the price range for this litter box. And in comparison, the Litter Robot 4 is basically $700. That's what we paid for our Litter Robot 4. So this one is $200 cheaper than the Litter Robot 4. And I feel like most automatic litter boxes are around these price range. They're normally several $100s. Everything that you would get in the box if you order a Neakasa M1 litter box, you're gonna get, of course, the self-cleaning litter box itself. You're gonna get 2 rolls of waste bags. You're gonna get a litter mat, and this litter mat is actually quite nice. It catches litter really well. It also comes with 4 support legs, a user manual, and of course the power adapter to plug it into the wall. So some of the features of this litter box is that it is a large capacity. It has 11.23 liters. This is good for cats up to 33 pounds. So this is perfect even for larger breed cats. And that is something that I can say is not always the case with all automatic litter boxes. They're not always the best for larger cats. We do have 2 Siberian cats. Our kitten, obviously she's still smaller, but she's gonna get bigger. And our adult cat, Ollie, he's almost 3 years old and he weighs 19 pounds. So some of these automatic litter boxes are not necessarily the best for larger cats. And it's not necessarily that they can't hold their weight, but it's the fact that the size of them. And for example, some of the enclosed litter boxes, automatic litter boxes, those ones can make larger cats feel really like crammed. For example, we tried the Pet Snowy litter box and our cat Ollie just felt way too like claustrophobic in it that he wouldn't use it. So what's really nice about the Neakasa M1 is that it is an open top design. So it makes cats, I feel like, immediately just feel more comfortable using it. It makes them feel less crammed, especially for larger breed cats. This is also said to be 14 days scoop free. So I personally change the bag like once a week, and we do have 2 cats. I would definitely say you could go 14 days without changing the litter bag if you just have 1 cat. For the weight of the actual litter box, when it is empty, it weighs 22.81 pounds. The dimensions, it is 23.26 inches wide at the bottom. It is 20.2 inches tall, and then 17.09 inches wide at the top. So those are the dimensions of this. Something that they also say about it is that this is quiet. It's personally, I don't think it's super loud, but I mean, you can still hear it if you're in the same room with it. But I feel like that goes to say with any litter box, but it's not like any crazy, it's not like obnoxiously loud, I guess. So it is relatively still, I would say, pretty quiet for the fact that it is cycling and cleaning out the litter. They also do have an app that you can use to control the litter box if you want to, but something that I really like about the Neakasa M1 is the fact that I don't really have to use the app if I don't want to. And personally, I don't really normally like to deal with it that much. I just don't want to, and I find that it just works perfectly without even having to use the app. I'll just easily see if there's anything going on. I can easily just see on the litter box itself and see what's going on, but we haven't had any issues with it. So what you do with the app, you just connect via Wi-Fi. You can add your cat's names, you can add their picture, you can put their date of birth, their weight, and you can also set it to either the smart mode, which automatically cleans up after your cat uses a litter box, or you can set it to their cycle mode, which just cleans up every once in a while. So they do have some options on how you can do that, but really I feel like most people are going to want to do the smart mode, which is where it just automatically cleans after a cat uses the litter box. So you can also set how many minutes after your cat leaves the litter box do you want it to then start cleaning. They do recommend that you have it wait 5 minutes. That way the clumping litter can do its job, and then it will better be able to clean out the used litter. But you can actually have it wait up to 10 minutes. If you want to turn on notifications for the app can also tell you when your cat uses the bathroom. It can tell you when you need to empty the waste bin or when you need to add more litter. So those are some things that the app can do, which are really nice. If you want to be able to stay on top of that, even better. But honestly, I just emptied the waste bag once a week anyway, so I'm able to see if I need to refill the litter when I do that. So really just super low maintenance. Before I get into more of my review, I do want to first talk about first impressions, because sometimes introducing your cats to an automatic litter box can take a little bit of time, especially if they've never used one before. Now my cats have used the Litter Robot 4 before, so they are used to an automatic litter box. So introducing this to them was super easy. In fact, actually they warmed up to this so quickly. Immediately after I finished setting it up, they wanted to use it. Even before I put the litter in, they were just very intrigued, wanted to check it out, wanting to try it out. And as soon, literally right after I put litter into the box, they immediately got up in it and used it. Both cats. So one went, you tried it out a little bit, and then the next went and tried it out a little bit. So yeah, first impressions are my cats very much warmed up to it quickly, and they just loved it right away. So now I want to talk about safety, because safety is obviously the most important thing. I see a lot online where people are really worried about automatic litter boxes because they don't think that they're safe, and I completely understand the concern. As a cat parent, all I want is to make sure that I am keeping my cats safe. I don't care if I have to scoop litter if it means it's gonna keep my cats safe. Obviously, I would not use an automatic litter box if I didn't feel like it was safe. And I do feel like this one is safe, and I'm gonna explain why. And the Neakasa website also talks about this, because obviously that's super important. And also there would be a huge lawsuit if they weren't doing everything that they could do to make sure that their product is safe. This features 5 pairs of infrared sensors and 4 weight sensors to accurately detect the activity of cats inside or even pressing the lower base. So this is a non-closing globe. It rotates and sifts, but it never fully closes during cleaning. So there's no way that your cat could get stuck inside of it. It's never gonna fully close. There's always going to be an opening. And then if you're worried about like them getting like their paws pinched or anything like that, it offers double secured anti-pinch protection. So this thing has so many sensors, it doesn't fully close, so there's no way that your cat is going to get hurt with this. Now, I will be completely honest, when I first saw how this rotated, it's a little bit different than the Litter Robot. The Litter Robot kind of like rotates like sideways, so then there's a little hole at the bottom where the litter drops. And that way I feel like it'd be really hard for your cat to get stuck in it at all. So I've never had any worries with that one. That's why we bought that one about like 2 years ago now. So then with the Neakasa, when I saw that it was like kind of like way more like open in the back when it is clearing it out, I was a little bit nervous, but then I saw that it never completely closes. So there's no way that your cat could just jump into it and it would close. It won't do that. It never completely closes. And also if your cat were to try to get in there a little bit, the machine would feel your cat, it would sense your cat, and it would stop moving. So hopefully that can give you some peace of mind as for the safety of this litter box, because obviously that's the most important thing. We want to make sure that our cats are safe. Also, something that really stands out to me about this litter box is the weight that it can sense. This can sense kittens, even 2.2 pounds. So I thought that was really interesting, and definitely I feel like a highlight, which makes me feel even more secure about how sensitive it is going to be to touch and weight. So even if a 2.2 pound kitten were to get in that litter box, it will know. It's good for cats from 2.2 pounds to 33 pounds. And then they also do have a kitten mode for kittens that are under 2.2 pounds. So even if you have a kitten, you could technically use this litter box. You just want to make sure that you put it in kitten mode, or you just have to completely unplug it or set it to not filter automatically, and that way you can just go and press it when you want it to cycle. However, honestly, I don't think you're going to be using an automatic litter box for a kitten anyway. I personally wouldn't. I never have. I've always just used a really simple, low to the ground litter box for my cats when they were kittens. I wouldn't really recommend an automatic litter box for kittens anyway, but you technically can. But I would say it's best to wait till they're like 6 months old or even up to a year. Although Ava is about 8 months now, and she's using the automatic litter box, and she does great with it because she weighs like 8 pounds now. So then I want to talk about everything that we love about this litter box. So first off, again, we do love the open top design of this one. This one is, I feel like, for larger breed cats, it's so great because they don't feel crammed. And actually, when comparing it to the Litter Robot 4, that one is also kind of more of an open design. However, it's not really open at the top as much. And our cats use that one great, but they do sometimes, it looks like they have to like slightly crouch down, but not really that much. It's still very spacious. But this one, because it is an open top design, it's very open at the top. So your cats don't have to crouch down at all. They just have so much space. So I think that really appeals to both of my cats, because actually we have the Litter Robot 4 and the Neakasa M1 side by side right now, and our cats have been choosing the Neakasa M1. So they've definitely seemed to be preferring this one, at least in the past month. And then some other things that I really like about it. The fact that it really doesn't take up that much space. The size of it, I feel like it's not really that much bigger than like a regular litter box, besides the fact that it's taller than a regular litter box. So I feel like this will fit in people's spaces just fine. Yeah, it's not as big as the Litter Robot 4. It's a little bit smaller, but yet it's still very spacious for your cats. Also, replacing the waste bag is super quick and easy. And I actually find that it's less messy than, for example, the Litter Robot 4, because when you take the drawer out, there's no like part of the machine for clumps to fall into. They do have this system that is really helpful. It's a pull plus wrap solution. It is a seamless and contactless litter disposal process. A quick pull securely wraps the trash bag without any mess or unpleasant smells. So I actually thought that was really interesting with the Neakasa M1, is the way that you can actually remove the waste bag so that it doesn't spill or anything like that. So I thought that was really cool. For example, with the Litter Robot 4, sometimes when we're pulling out the waste basket, a piece of the litter could fall into the bottom of the litter box, and then it just is kind of annoying to like clean up. But the Neakasa M1, there's no way for it to fall into the actual bottom of the litter box, because that's not how the design of it works. It would just fall onto the ground if it were to do that. However, it won't do that because of their pull and wrap solution. So that's really nice. So it's very easy and not messy to replace the waste bag. Also, I find that the machine itself is really nice and easy to clean. I actually find that it's easier to clean than the Litter Robot 4. And I'm not just saying this, this is just generally things that I am noticing about this, and things that my husband has noticed about it as well. This one is easier to clean. I think it's just because the fact that it has this open top design, it makes it easier to clean. Whereas the Litter Robot 4, you know, it's a big globe, but it's more, it's not enclosed, but it's more enclosed than this open top one. So it makes it more difficult to clean that one. And this one I just find is way more easy to clean. And I love that it is great for large cats. I think that really any cat would easily warm up to this, especially if your cat doesn't want to use like an enclosed automatic litter box. They're gonna be more likely to want to use a litter box like this because of the open top design. And then lastly, it cleans really well. It does really well. We just use regular clumping litter. It's fragrance free. We just use the Dr. Elsie's clumping litter, and that works really well. The litter box does a really good job at thoroughly cleaning it so that there aren't any clumps left after it cycles it. So it does a really good job. So we are very impressed by this. We actually brought it with us on vacation and it was so nice because normally when we go on vacation, we will just use a regular litter box because it can be difficult to haul a giant automatic litter box around. But this one, it's not as big as our other automatic litter box. This one is a really good size. So we actually traveled with it and brought it with us, and it was so nice having an automatic litter box with us for this. So overall, we absolutely love this and I would definitely recommend this. This is an automatic litter box that I would buy with my own money. It's great. We love it. Absolutely recommend it if you are looking for an automatic litter box and you're not really sure where to start. Hopefully this video can help you out. We do have a video on the Litter Robot 4 if you do want to check out our review on that. Just very impressed with this litter box. It's $200 cheaper than the Litter Robot 4. We're just very impressed. Yes, we still do love that litter box, but my cats are seeming to choose this one the most. I feel like there's a lot of like negative things about automatic litter boxes online. I get it because sometimes, you know, safety is a concern, but again, this one's not an enclosed one, so that's something that is really great. They're great. They make your life easier as a cat parent, and honestly, it makes life better for your cats too. I mean, if you can afford it. You don't have to feel bad if you can't afford one either though, because they're an investment. I totally get that. But you know, it means that your cats get a clean litter box every single time that they go to the bathroom, so it's great. If you guys are interested in getting the Neakasa M1, again, I do have a link and code that will get you $30 off. You can either get it on the Neakasa website or you can get it on Amazon. I have 2 separate links and codes depending on where you want to get it from. I will have both of those listed and linked in the description box below. If you do have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see even more cat content from our channel in the future, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for our next video.